Hey, Sister Thrifters, it's Renee from Sisters Thrift, Michigan. I am coming to you today with a little bit of a different video. I was going through my phone. I was trying to delete some footage and some pictures, making space. And as I was running through it, I ran across a few videos of some early thrift hauls from 3 years ago. It wasn't early to me as far as thrifting, but early I had never filmed anything like that. I filmed it and sent it to my sister, and I had started to watch a lot of people on YouTube, and so I don't know. I was just messing around with it. I I kind of laughed tonight as I went through it. It was just interesting to see early hauls, some of the things that I could find. Definitely some of the really good prices that were out there back then on some of the ceramics and things like that. So I just thought it'd be interesting to share with you. One caveat to the video I'm going to attach to this is that at the time, Gateway Mission in Holland was giving a wisdom discount any day you went in there. That was a great deal, and I mention it several times in the video. Unfortunately, they changed that policy and they started giving various discounts on certain days. So their wisdom discount is only one day a week now. I believe it's Tuesday. It possibly could be Wednesday. I think it's Tuesday. I usually miss it now. I loved when it was every day, but they do let you accumulate points and things to go toward a discount also when it's not that day. If you're a senior citizen or if you're a veteran, if you're a student, there are discount days, but you have to ask for them. They do not ask you. So just a heads up on that. Still one of my favorite places to go, no matter whether there's a discount or not. So I just wanted to throw this out there, show you a little bit of my early hauls. I still use most of these items, so it's kind of fun to see them as they came in. I collect a lot of dark greenware, so you'll see that in this video. So I hope you enjoy. It's just kind of a look back and a blast from the past, a little foreshadowing of what I ended up wanting to start this year. So just hope you enjoy. If you do, please like and subscribe. Hello friends, I am Renee and I am just going to give you a little update on my thrifting thrills. I enjoy a good garage sale. I really enjoy a good antique mall or thrifting, but as I've gotten older, thrifting has become more of my I guess my go-to as far as doing some extra decorating around a house. I will give you a little look at my garage here. I'm standing in it right now. It's kind of packed to the gills. I'm old and I have inherited a bunch of junk of other people's and when our parents died, and then we already were people who enjoyed a good auction, garage sale, antique mall place. So we already had stuff, so we've got more stuff. I'm just going to give you a little view of some of the things I've thrifted. I'm not savvy enough with these cameras yet to be able to film it as I go, and a lot of times I'm amazed at the people what they see at their Goodwills and their stores, but ours I don't always feel like has the same amount of cool stuff, but maybe that's just ours. We live in Michigan, and I have found that I have to do a lot of thrifting in order to come up with a haul that I am, scoring a few things at. I know a lot of people that I've watched on thrifting channels and find very interesting. They shop for their resale, and I don't do that. I am shopping for myself, my family, mostly myself, because my kids do not want the stuff that I find necessarily, but a lot of it is for my grandson, and so it's kind of a fun thing. I do have a sister who thrifts also, and hopefully maybe we can get her to join in on some of these hauls. We did a recent challenge where our families got together, or her family got together, and we did a $20 limit. We pulled some names from a hat, and we had the best time. We looked for the person, specifically for the person that we pulled, and we only went to 2 stores. So it was really fun. We had my niece put it on her, she has a YouTube channel, and it's called Charlotte Shines. It was on her YouTube channel, so check her out. It was a very cool, fun thing to do as a family. So if you guys have people who enjoy thrifting, that is definitely a fun activity for a family. So I'm gonna sign off for a minute and unpack some stuff, and then I will give you a view of what I've hauled for the past probably week and a half. There might be a couple of things that I picked up and just have not gotten anywhere else. So before that, but I will, I'll try to give you the best view of what I've gotten and what I plan to do with it. Thanks. I wanted to show you this Goodwill picture I picked. It's kind of beat up a little bit, but it has some good life left in it. The thing I wanted to show you, it's kind of upside down here. Camera work is not the best here. But it was $4. I picked it up on Senior Citizens Day. So on that day, this picture was 20% off. I'm sorry, 10% off. So I got for under, about $3.60. I was pretty impressed with just the picture itself. I like, exactly sure where it's going. It might go on my stairwell. I have some to the basement. I have a stairwell that I kind of change up and like to put different things on it with some accessories, and this would make a perfect picture for that. This big jug I got at a place called Gateway Mission. It was, there you go, $9.99. Gateway offers a senior citizen, they call it a wisdom discount. I love that. If you ask them for it, they will go ahead and apply that for you. And let me show you this cute little vase. I thought it would be cool for fall. It was $3. And again, Goodwill discounts for if you are on a Wednesday. Next I found this cute little owl, and he was 99 cents. I thought he was adorable. He had no chips. He was just really, really cute for a little decor. Obviously, I gravitate toward bottles and vases and things like that. So this one looked to me like something I'd probably find at Home Goods. It was $3 at Goodwill. This, I'm not sure what it was. I felt like it was an artichoke or something, but it didn't have a lid. Maybe you would know if it should have. It did have an original price of $18 on it, and the Gateway price was $2.99. This is a little clock that I looked at and thought it was kind of interesting. I'm often trying to find a little clock to put in different spots in my house. I have several bedrooms that serve for guests, and I know that everybody has their cell phone now, but it's kind of nice to have a clock in a room also. I do have to clean it up a little bit because it's kind of tarnished, but it was also at the Gateway Mission. They test their electronics and certify that they are actually working, which I think is awesome. And it was $3.99. It already had the battery in it, so I didn't have to do anything to it. This little hook set, I found it at Goodwill for $4. Thought it was kind of high for a little hook set, but it did have really cute hooks. I'm gonna style just like a little bit of the entrance to my garage. It's not fancy for sure. It has drywall, and it's not painted, so I'm not a fussy person about how you enter my house in the garage because it's just my husband and I. But I did think it would be handy to just be able to throw a couple bags on or something like that. Next, I had a basket obsession here. I used to collect a lot of baskets. When we moved to our current home, I really got rid of a lot of them. This one I thought was really cute. I like the fall look of it. It does not have It doesn't have a price tag on it. I'm sure I bought it for $2 and I don't remember which store, but I really have picked up a few at various stores. This one, I loved the outside of it. Thought it was very, very cool. The inside is nice and clean. Not a lot of broken where it's woven, and it was, sorry, $3.99 at Gateway. So Holland Gateway Mission, really great place to pick up stuff. This basket still had two little handles. So fun to be able to gather flowers in or toys, things like that. It was $3.99 also at Holland Gateway Mission. This is definitely probably the accumulation of 10 stores that I went to. So I'm gonna give you an idea of where I found them and what they ran. So first of all, I found this little pumpkin right here. This pumpkin was $1.25. I found it at a local thrift store called Ditto. It's a resale store. Ditto has, I would say, a little bit higher prices on some things, but they do it to benefit a Christian school that's nearby. So they have a pretty good support group. This I found at a resale store called Community Action House. $4.25. It's a little greater, but it's ceramic, and I thought it was very interesting. I have a lot of white things in my kitchen as we're coming up on a season to grade nutmeg or if it's something like that. I thought it would be an interesting accessory slash useful item in my kitchen. So these two little shot glasses, I found them at different places. I don't collect a lot of shot glasses, but I do have a couple. I picked them by the design, and I thought this lady was fun. It was very iconic, and it was $1. So this one was at a Goodwill in Holland, Michigan. It is advertising Saugatuck, Michigan. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job with that camera. But I thought it was cool. It was, oh, I'm sorry, not Goodwill, Community Action House. It was 99 cents. This one was at the Goodwill for 99 cents. Okay, so now we're on to this cool artichoke. This had no marks, no chips, nothing. It was $3.50 today at Ditto, and I picked it up. I thought it kind of went well with some of the other things I'd like to style with in the winter and spring. So it was very cool. This bowl was a piece of pottery. I did not see a name on it. It did have a hand wash only on it, and it had a very cool, I like the handles. It had no chips. It was very smooth. This is just part of the coloring on it, but it was very pretty on the inside. So I picked it up, and I think I paid $3.50 for it. There wasn't a tag when I got home, so I think it was $3.50. This is a juicer. It's ceramic. It's very pretty. It was at the Holland Rescue Mission. It's now called Gateway, and it was $2.99. It's in the colors that I like, so I picked it up. I like the designs of this Rife paper company. They had a whole little thing, a notebook that had 3 different patterns on it. I think you can see it pretty good there. It was all intact. It was at Goodwill, and it was $2. So you can't beat that. Every time you need a notepad, there's one right there. I also was at, I don't know about you, but one of the things that I always find I can't find in my drawer is tongs. So I have a few sets, but I'm gonna clean this one up. It had a wooden handle, which I really liked. It had a little, it looks like it's a pretty good little gripper on it. 99 cents, so that's something I like to look for, is wooden things. I like the wooden accents in my home. I do have a lot of kitchen accessories, and I have a lot of, so I'm focusing in here on this plate. I found it at the Goodwill one day. I like black and white. I don't really have display plates, but I couldn't put it back. I don't know why. It was $2. I had this Bode archival information on it. And I figured I'd put it with a plant or something, I don't know, but I really liked it. I like this little wooden, I don't know if it holds, like, I'm gonna use it probably for coins or something else, I don't know. Keys, I just liked it. I thought it was a cool little shape. It was $1.99 at the Holland Gateway Rescue Mission, and I had a big score there. I found, I don't want to skip over this super cool little measuring cup, but I found these two items yesterday. So I found this little guy. I also found this piece of pottery. I will show you once I get the sticker off what exactly it is. I don't know how well you can see the color in here, but it's a deep green. It is absolutely beautiful. I did not see any chips. And again, it was $1.99 plus my wisdom discount. Figure out what I want to do with it. I might put it in a winter. I might use it to hold my sponges by my sink, my kitchen sink. I think that would be beautiful at Christmas time. So I'll jump back here for a second to this piece. So I like things that have measuring, and I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can get it behind with a background behind it. Not very well. But this has measuring. It's a Pyrex measuring cup beaker, and it was $1. So I find those really fun to just put in places like with flowers, or I don't know, sometimes I'll put them in with dip or celery or whatever. I just like to use them. Our Gateway Rescue Mission. I found this piece of pottery. I was in shock. You could see the markings on it beyond. Let me turn it over here. There we go. I gotta figure out how to do this camera better, but it had a marking on it with the tag covering it, but it was a McCoy. It had no chips. That's not a chip there. That's just part of the bottom of it. It was $2.99. It was totally intact. I mean, this thing is beautiful. The coloring on it is lovely. The rim. So that was a bargain. I don't know what they go for, but I will find out. I also found, I like pottery, so as you can see, this little guy, he was $2.99. You know, the tag is not on him. He is a little find.
Hello.
Okay, so I enjoy pottery, as I said, and this little guy came home with me. It is a blue little vase, I guess. It's from Goodwill, and it was $3.99. Do love you can see the little changes in the color. I love that. I love things that are handmade. So this end of stuff is kind of like a mishmash of things that I normally don't buy when I go thrifting, but I don't know, these caught my eye. I was at Gateway Rescue Mission, and they had this pretty candle. It was not burnt on the top at all, but I thought the sides were cool, and I thought at Christmas time it would be very pretty. It was $1.99, and again, they did the discount, so I bought that. This Nicole Miller candle that I've seen ones like these at TJ Maxx or Home Goods. It still was a little pricey. It was $4.99. Again, wisdom discount, but I thought it was pretty cool, so I just went ahead and picked that one up too. It hadn't been opened or touched. This one was at the Goodwill. It had $1 on it, and the sticker fell off, and the lady didn't put it back on. So it was $1. It was a pine cone, and I thought for Christmas that is really kind of a cute little find. So I also picked up at Gateway Rescue Mission. This looks like a basket, and it looks like it's woven, but it is not. It is plastic. I've never seen something like it. The gal who checked me out hadn't either. I have to look it up, but this is what was on the bottom, the sticker, and I don't know what I have to look into that a little bit. I just thought it was really interesting, this little woven thing that looks like a real basket. It is not. And finally, I got these tie back cable ties for my husband. He is the king of wanting to use these on my rose bushes and other things, so I picked that up just because we always have them around. And then this very rustic wooden peg rack. It has just a couple of hooks on the top. It was $2 at Ditto in Holland, Michigan, and I thought it was interesting. I'm gonna use it in my garage, and I'm gonna hang up some things in the winter, and I thought that might be kind of handy. We hang up a lot of things because we don't have a lot of room for exterior stuff, so as you can see, we've got a pretty full garage with lots of stuff in it. So this is where we kind of do a lot of storage. We have a little bit in the basement, but I thought that would be handy. So that's that haul. Okay, now we're back to present day. So I just wanted to show you, I thank you for making it through that video, and I wanted to just show you a couple of things that I still have from that haul. I've added to a few more things that are in the green tones, but in my kitchen, I'll flip the camera around and show you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I hope I'm gonna put out a couple more videos that are the retrospective, just because they're just, I think they're kind of interesting. One of them is, the next one is gonna be on the bins. It was my very first time at the bins. I did not have the most positive impression. I only came out with a few things. I will give you a little intro on the next video for that one, but I hope you like and enjoy this. I'll show you where those items are now in my kitchen. So I definitely use the greenware. This is the green that you saw in there. The bottom of it, I know we talked about what was on the bottom. This definitely had markings on it, and I just loved it. I have quite a bit of greenware. I'll show you all of it really quickly. I just love it, and I found much more since that time. So I started adding the vase. This is one of the pieces I think that you saw. It's got a plant in it, but it was the McCoy piece. I've used it also by the sink many times, but I really, really, really love that. And then I found some other pieces, this to kind of add to that greenery. So this is something I definitely continue to look for, and after 3 years, they're still here. Happy thrifting, friends. Take care.